ladies and gentlemen, sirs and ma'ams, dudes and dames, let's get ready. We need to change two things now. That is the most important thing in the Bloodless Scream Frost Necro. And that is, we're going to be using in the Paragon board. I mean, first we're going to be using Bloodwave. So that's a must, right? And else everything else stays the same. So maximum corpse explosion, blood mist, we get blight running, right? We get all of this. On the Paragon board, we're currently using the Imbiber Glyph. Imbiber Glyph, really good. We get darkness for maximum shadow damage, and then we also have the shadow damage over time, right? But in this case, we're not trying to maximize crit. What we're going for, though, is the maximum shadow damage with desecrated ground. And that is desecration. And that's for every 5 willpower purchased within range, you're doing insane amounts of bonus desecration ground damage. Now I gotta see which slot this would fit in best, because this needs willpower, this needs darkness, and this needs intelligence. But at the same time as this needs intelligence, I think there's a lot of willpower here up for the grabs. So let me see if I could rather put the desecration glyph in there and then swap the intelligence over to willpower rolls. Because I think there is so much free willpower up here for the grabs without much trying, to be honest. That one can go away. That is now 39 willpower. It's not enough. There's like the most willpower you can get right now is in the Imbiber board. So this is where it gets like 49 willpower plus. Down here you have 7 willpower, which is good, and another willpower, but that's like the other only 2 willpower you have. So all in all, if I put the desecration in here, we could also just get like like 39, and then there's no more willpower to get. So like you want the absolute maximum. I mean, here in this one, we have 2 willpower nodes. There's another, so what do we have? We have like 14, we got 19, we're like 24. There's one, but that's too far away. Now it's literally like we have to kick Imbiber out, as we like Imbiber in there, but the desecration glyph would just do better because the desecration glyph just does simply more damage. And then we would also have to take the last one, because you want, like, this is 562% chat. Okay? 562% more desecrated ground skill damage. And yes, our blood wave makes desecrated ground. And not only 572% plus, right? The best part is that it also, on top of the gigantic plus, gives us 15% more multiplicative damage on shadow damage when we're standing in desecrated ground. Beautiful, isn't it? Now let's get Amplify back in. That was intelligence. And we're going to do intelligence because Amplify is just so good for armor. Then we have desecrated ground that we talked about. We get the darkness, and we need to put Scorch back in here. Yeah, Scorch was just perfect there. There's no question. The Scorch goes back in here because there's just too much intelligence-driven nodes, so that's 40 end. And we can, again, get, like, the 40 in there. And then we actually need to reset this. That node can go away, too. One can go away. We can collab these two. Yeah, that was another 65. 70 we had before. But now here we can actually put the Imbiber in, and that's a bit sad, but I think the Imbiber is still like the most damage while healthy you can get. So can I get enough willpower on the way to the Imbiber glyph? I mean, there's here. Oh, I'm 5 willpower short, and I need 2 points for that willpower. Yikes. That is not what I wanted to see. Which reminds me that I don't actually need the maximum critical strike damage here. So since I can forego this note, that is helpful. Gives me another 10 points that I can then freely allocate. Allows me to put Imbiber up to 29 at least. Also allows me to actually clap some more intelligence nodes left, right, and center. Makes me happy. Because again, for this board, we can make it a little bit more optimized because we actually don't need the crazy critical strike nodes here. Since we're going more for other damage, so we can actually push the desecrated ground to 620. Is there any willpower node I'm missing? No, right there's. This is the maximum willpower you get, 54. I don't think you can actually get more willpower in any capacity. The tops we could try is squeeze out like an intelligence on the darkness here, maybe. Oh, there's technically an intelligence point that we can squeeze out here. 1, 2. And we don't actually need the critical strike from up there, but here this is missing 1 dex right now, so we'll just slap a dex node. Okay, that's kind of nice. Prioritize corpse rolls on sacrilegious ring or the cool CD on automatic activations. You want the cooldown on automatic activations. I mean, like, so there's no prioritize. You need both. You need maximum corpse explosion, maximum corpse tendrils. You need both. You don't want to prioritize. You want both. Also, I missed my live chat. Hello, Vampire. Hello, Ein. Good to see you there. Oh, lads. Get the new ring on Hell Tide. Let's fucking go. Okay, world boss is coming in 12 seconds. I think we got our Paragon board set. We got our... Get this set. I don't think we need anything different right now. We get the curse. We get the... Well, actually, we can do the damage from... No, damage from close still works the way how we're playing it. Yeah. Yeah, it should still work the way it does. Okay, now let's see. Let's go. Blood Wave. So it plays incredibly similar to... Oh, that's the boss. It plays incredibly similar to a little bit of Infinity Mist, but it ain't Infinity Mist. So yeah, they bugged the game. They broke it, Chan. Okay, first things first. Let's do a tier 100. I do know that this can do tier 100s. Not suppressor. Suppressor is going to be nightmare portal, right? Yeah. Monster cold resist. No. What? You take less cold damage, but darkness skills chill enemies. Well, I actually don't do cold damage, so that's the thing. It's like it's a frost necro, but we're actually not doing cold damage. Okay, now let me show you the beauty, the wave, the vibe, the shebang. What's the point then? Well, so you're not doing cold damage, but you're freezing. So the point has never been doing cold damage. The point is, by the way, the game is incredibly quiet again. The point is that you're freezing everything. So due to your chill effect, and you're doing more damage to frozen enemies, 40% multiplicative, especially when you're doing this. So this is my beautiful desecrated ground now. Getting everything pulled together. And now we're also auto corpse skill casting, which kind of works in really nice to actually enhance our things. And our blood wave is back on cooldown again, and we do the next blood wave. We pull everything together. We go in. We just go a little bit around, right? Do some corpse explosions. And you have to understand that due to the frost wave... Oh, no, that's not what we're looking for. Due to the frost wave being so good... Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Give me a second. We're missing our... We're missing our skills being maxed out, our vampiric powers. You're essentially just having like blood wave on every encounter off cooldown. Like it has only 36 seconds cooldown, right? In our build right now. And your goal is to just always have it off cooldown. Wait, couldn't I change? Chat said I can change these without resetting everything because I always reset everything. Right? I always do this. But I need 1 and 2. 2? 1. I always use like cleansing fluids to do this. Okay, all my powers are working again. Which brings me to the point, might I put on... I might have to... Like, I was thinking for a long time about playing Undying, to be honest, to just make this build safer. Looks slow. It's definitely not as fast as other builds, but that's not the point. It's working. That's the beauty. So this is not having like a gigantic amount of barrier. Like, for example, That is there. Tempest Storm has, because it's Tempest Storm, obviously. You go in, you have your corpse tendril, pull everything together. You go through, you blood wave. Everything dies to blood wave. Ah, beautiful. So obviously with the barrier from, oh, that was just an 800k from the blood wave. Tempest Storm, you are, oh well, that's, oh, everyone good? You're way more tanky. And blah. Now let's stand in our desecrated ground. And what we're currently missing is the aspect of corpse explosion, because I was just not putting, oh god, desecrated. Yes. 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 It just dominates the battlefield, you know? It's such a fun build because it's just like, oh, you shall not move, you shall not pass, you shall not do anything. And the next blood wave, you just have everything locked out. It's so good. You're still playing COD? Nah. I have given up on COD content for the time being because literally my community is watching everything but COD. I enjoy everything but COD. So, I mean, it's kind of like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because if everyone that's in this stream, it's everyone that enjoys my content, it's not wanting me to make COD content. Why would I make COD content, you know? If my numbers are better in every single game but COD, and like everyone likes to watch other games rather than COD from me, why would I ever make COD content again? Also, it's kind of like a very ugly treadmill. So the thing about Diablo is it might be seasonal content, right? But despite its seasonal content, it's still Diablo. Whereas Call of Duty has this issue that once a new Call of Duty comes out, that everything you did before is quite useless. You know? Everything you did before becomes like, look at the stagger, by the way, Chad. Look at the stagger. Look at the stagger. And now when he's staggered, everything I do is crit. Look at the damage he's taking. Like in no time. And now we're doing the same stagger again, right? So look at the stagger go up again straight away. Do another wave. Stagger goes like up like crazy. We go in the blood mist. And another stagger. And why do we do so much damage when he's staggered? Because then suddenly all my damage is times 40%. Do you need to spam Corpse Explosion in Infinity Mist? Well, yes, you spam Corpse Explosion in Infinity Mist and you do Blight in Infinity Mist. But at the same time, you're going to have the Ring of Sacrilegious Soul actually spam that for you. But also the Corpse Explosion spams it. And the Corpse Explosion is needed with a Blood Mist to reduce the cooldown, essentially. You know? Have the aspect stats shadow for 20. Well, this is low. Average, this is low. Look at my glove. Has the stat for 45,000. Oh, you thought you had a lot? Listen. I have almost 3 times the amount. So that was a tier 100 dungeon. Like with a Frost Necro, chat. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? That's so cool. It is so satisfying to play. So I don't think that COD is banned, but it's kind of like you do either COD content and then you're stuck with that, or you do everything else, you know? So that's like kind of the thing. Okay, next. How are things today? Very good. I mean, we have made 2 absolutely quality fun thumbnails. And you might think that after making all these thumbnails, I'm kind of reaching the point where daily it gets annoying to make them. And I wouldn't lie that at some point, like you're like, oh geez, I'm out of ideas. But it's just really fun starting with like a basic concept and then like somehow developing that into an actual working thumbnail. And you're kind of like, yep, I made this. I don't know how I made this and how this got put together, but hey, there you go, blood wave again. Like, look how the blood wave is alone enough to just kill it all. Nothing more needed. Just some random blood wave. I'm pooping that at people. Then you dash through everyone, reduce your cooldown. And everything dies alone with the auto corpse cast. I've played this build now without the auto corpse cast. And I have to say that with the auto corpse cast, the whole build just gets so much more convenient. So it's not like that the build was bad or anything before, but just that right now with the bonus of what I put on it, that it just gets so much stronger just by doing the same thing it did before. But now it can do it easier and better. Because before there was always like some looming threat of death. But now, like, due to the auto corpse explosions and everything, like, my damage is higher. My cooldown is better. But I'm literally having, like, blood wave on every single engagement, which is kind of funny. So mean. Perfection, ladies and gentlemen. Simple perfection. On all these blood orbs that you see lying around here, they're just essentially there to heal me, just in case. How do you apply purple color in your character? You go into options, then accessibility, and there is highlight character, or was it gameplay? Highlight character, highlights, and then player highlight. So here, highlights, and then player highlight, and you can highlight your character. Brooklyn, pardon me, what are you asking for? Dropped 100 nightmare dungeons 925 gear. No and yes. So 100 dungeons can drop 925 gear, but 100 dungeons don't drop below 832. So you'll definitely get 832 gear, but that doesn't mean that you'll get 925 gear. And this is also why I'm just absolutely not picking up a single piece of gear. Like the only gear I actually pick up is Duriel. So when I go for Duriel, then I just go for it, right? Boop. Because Duriel always drops 925. See, he's frozen, by the way, chat. Look at him. He's frozen. Did you see him being frozen? Because I'm the Frost Necro. I'm Frosty the Frost Necro. I don't know. I was trying to make a pun out of that, but I couldn't think about something because I'm not that creative. Something with Frosty the Snowman and Necro in one word, but I couldn't, like, yeah. Flop! But, like, you know, Mariah Carey. But the carry is standing for me carrying everyone. You get it? No? The joke. Maybe you're just not funny. Yeah. Ever thought about it? Maybe chat. Oh, he's frozen again. Ah, popsicle. And like you don't even need to heal because you're technically just running through your blood waves, right? Blah! Suppressor is a bit annoying because you essentially need to walk under the suppressor umbrella to kind of like get your blood wave to work, because if you're not walking under the suppressor umbrella, then your blood wave is not working, right? Can you please poison explosion there? Thank you very much. I have a link to this build. I'm using a slightly different build and just want to compare the two. Dark, there's no link to this right now, but you have me live here, so just ask. You know, that like, you got me here. Paul, good to see you there. Banger also. Wonderful, good greetings. I like your build. We had that. First time seeing something manage to freeze. Yes. But the goal is not to freeze. The goal is to stagger bosses as much as you can. So again, we're here on the boss, right? And we're just using our, like, look at the stagger bar. Boss already very close staggered. And now everything is a crit, right? Everything we do is crit. So all our damage, and all our damage is amplified by 50%. Okay. And this is where the thought of Ixfeld's corroded signet could be something. Right? Because we could technically put Ixfeld's in here. Instead of the Ring of the Sacrilegious Souls, is again all my damage times 50%. That's where I'm also trying to get the Blood Wave out, because that would be the maximum damage of the Blood Wave. You might not see this because the numbers are so small, but there's just random 1 million Shadow Blight procs that are just continuously happening on her. And the next Blood Wave. Oh shit, I accidentally stepped into the pool of nothingness. Oops. So what you could technically do is you could take this one off and you could put on the Ixfeld's, and we'll definitely have to check from a damage perspective how often it procs on Blood Wave. Because as far as I understand, Ixfeld's corroded signet, right? Ixfeld's can only trigger on every skill once, unless the skill actually has multiple activations. So if a corpse explosion triggers, a corpse explosion might go for 6 seconds, okay? But the thing about the corpse explosion is that it might go for 6 seconds, yet it can only trigger Ixfeld's one single time, okay? Which one are we taking? Maggots. I don't know. Is she a maggot? And knowing that your Ixfeld's can only trigger once there, I would be interested to know if it can trigger 3 times of a Blood Wave. Because again, Blood Wave has like a decent critical strike chance, right? But can it like trigger of that? The biggest problem with this boss, knowing when she does like her pools of blah. There's the damage again, Chan. Look at it. Get the beautiful. Wait, does she count as a maggot? She's taking more damage, Chan. She's taking more damage than ever. Does that now mean she's actually counting as a maggot? Chat, does that mean that the sea hag is officially a maggot? My bags are too full. What does that mean? Okay, final upgrade to desecration, and now what's the amount of damage we're getting bonus? Okay, are you ready for this, Chan? Final desecration, and we're gonna be getting 641% desecrated ground skill damage. (641%) and the actual like the skill does 45,000 damage over 4 seconds, right? But 3 times. But 3 times, because you get 3 blood waves, right? Even though each consecutive blood wave, each dealing less damage than the previous one, so the second and the third one like deal less damage, right? But that doesn't change the fact that you're like doing quite some damage. Now let's go to the statue quickly, because I want to see, do we actually do much more damage with this? Good. Let's go to the thingy. So you saw that we do way more stagger, right? Which is great, because the Ring of the Sacrilegious Soul, like the stagger, essentially activates what we're doing. The question rather is, how much more damage could we deal without? So what I'm going to do now is we're going to summon a bunch of boss dummies, and we're going to be looking at the damage, okay? So we're going to do wave to everyone, and like just look at the shadow damage procs here, how high they're going. There's 400k damage procs, that's like 500k damage procs, 800k damage procs, like another blood wave, and the 600k, 900k, So like you notice how like just some 800k 1 million. So there's like there's a couple of million. If I dash, I get even more damage because that's 40% bonus damage. Million damage over time, right? 1.5 million. So you're like 1.2, 1.4, 1.4, 1.5, 1.5. So this is all like the damage over time we're dealing, right? And that's like with the Ring of the Sacrilegious Soul, just continuously triggering like bonus things. But now comes the big question. I now put on Ixfeld's Corroded Signet, which gives us the chance that our damage over time effects explode. Okay, are we all good? We all good now? So now let's look for random explosions that do much damage. So yeah, we're 1.4 million. That was an Ixfeld's. I see some Ixfeld's procs, but nothing like too crazy currently. Anyone else? There was a 2.5 million, 1.8 million. That was random, 1.7 million. So whenever this lightning here comes, you know, you see this lightning here? Like whenever this one here, like here, look at these. When there this little cloud comes, that's an Ixfeld's proc. Yeah, there's a couple of Ixfeld's procs. Okay, on this. Shall we try out a dungeon with like this instead of the other one? How much faster it would be? I think that's a reasonable approach, right? Okay, Heathen's Keep, Avenger. Yeah. So let's see how that would feel then, and compare that. So whatever this like right, 2.4 million. Thank you, Arcanator. Of the D4 content, thank you, Sprenger. Happy you enjoying it. Does Hell from Below work with this build? But we're using Hell from Below. Hell from Below. Sorry, we lose Bloodless Scream. Hell from Below doesn't work with the build for one single reason. Yuhi. You don't have the slots. Okay, so we need the ring for the triple wave. We need the glove for the desecrated ground. And we need the blighted amulet. So this is need. This is need. You cannot swap a single one of them because we're using the Bloodless Scream right now. What you could technically do is you could swap the Blood Wave for Bone Storm and then use Bone Storm Barrier. Technically, that is possible, but then your whole desecrated ground shebang wouldn't work. So it would just simply not be the build that we were playing here right now. And that's where I think, like, as much as I would work to, like, Frankenstein that together, it would just not be what you want happening. Now you already notice how, like, due to not having the automatic corpse explosion, I actually have to put in bonus work, right? I have to do things that I didn't have to do before. I can't just blood mist in and have them be pulled together. And that's a bummer, because you just want your blood mist to essentially just pull everyone together, right? And I have to, like, when I blood mist in right now, I essentially have to wait for me to get out and me then to pull things in. So right now I'm essentially missing out on free cast that could be going out, or the chance that when I'm casting, I'm actually doing more. Because that's the whole thing about this. Yes, technically I do more damage as my caster then going out. But again, for this, my cast also gotta be going out, right? And that's where the Sacrilegious Soul, despite the Ixfeld's being so good, might just be more convenient for clearing the dungeon. And then for killing the boss, you would essentially swap Ixfeld's on. Could that be reasonable? To say clearing dungeon, Sacrilegious, clearing boss, Ixfeld's? Because we're definitely doing more damage, but our dungeon clearing speed is now way slower. Because I essentially need to, like, I need to play this slower. Simple. So I would say we're gonna try it exactly that way around. We're gonna teleport back. We're gonna, like, this no auto corpse cast again. Yeah, this is vastly slower. Just to, like, yes, I do more damage. Yes, I get, like, way more damage procs, and it's super nice. But again, like, these procs, they need to happen. And again, you can't use both. Before you ask, no, you can't use both. What tier is the new thing you drop in? Every tier. Well, I think world tier 3 plus, because I mean, you can technically get it everywhere. So I would say technically it can drop world tier 2, but in total, it can only drop world tier 3 and above. But you want it like in world tier 4, obviously, right? Any conclusion how this compares to the Lilith build? The Lilith build is better. This is not a question of better or worse right now. This is a simple question of fun or no fun. You know, like this is a fun question. If you like Bloodless Scream, you can make this build work, you know? So it is weaker, but that's not the point, right? We're not making only the strongest builds. We're making just you want to make the Bloodless Scream work. This is the most reasonable way to make the Bloodless Scream work. No? Spicy. I love your necro creativity. I want to try some of your builds, but Lilith was so hard to get. Yes. I mean, we yesterday did like 15 0 runs with the community, Spicy. And like 3 necros got the Lilith, or 4. But it's like in all these 15 runs, I got 1 single Lilith wall. Okay. So like we did 15 and 3 different people did get their wall, luckily. But like I did drop like 1 single Lilith wall in the time we did all these runs. That just speaks like for how rare the Lilith is actually. Okay, we get you frozen and killed. But this is more for the love of actually using Bloodwave. And we still have to try to kill Uber Lilith with this, because I want to see if it's actually possible to kill Lilith with this. I think we tried around and we figured out it is possible. I think we did the damage on her, right? It was just that we needed to like do the tries, avoid the fire, that kind of stuff. Because our damage is ramping damage, right? Our damage is like not instantious, mega, banger, super, clipper, clapper damage. We need to essentially get the Shadow Blight procs to get the most out. And if we're not getting the Shadow Blight procs straight away, like it takes essentially like few seconds to ramp up the damage. And that always makes phase 2 of Lilith kind of complicated. I don't know if you have done Lilith yet, but her phase 2 is like really something. Oh, look at all these snakes. Blob. Beautiful. I love it when everything just gets destroyed. Oh, Bloodwave. Oh. Bloodwave, my main source of damage. Which is actually not true. It's like my main source of damage, but there's more. But there's more. So, welcome to the stream, Dark Soul Geek. Spicy Meat again, thank you for the 180 BD titties. Dark Soul Geek, thank you for the brand new subscription, paid with money. Squisher with a brand new Prime subscription as well. Also, chat, if you did bring your Prime Gaming sub, don't forget to use it here on Twitch. Well, there's also memberships on YouTube. Saying, howdy. Greetings to all of you, chat. I hope you have a splendid Friday ahead of you, and you're looking forward to the weekend already. I got a very busy working weekend where I'm essentially just do house maintenance. Like, no, it's not going to be a fun weekend, but then again, as a house owner, it's actually fun. Because when I think about how the yard looks right now, because it was all rain, right? And there's like plants everywhere, and I need to cull the weeds and do some other shenanigans. It's kind of like it's weighing down on your psyche, on your mental, because you know this is all there, right? You know this is all like fucking ugly, and someone has to take care of it, and it's you because it's your house. So as a homeowner, that's like mental, like taking care of your mental essentially, is taking care of your house. Ah, I almost got stuck there. It's funny how I almost never cast Corpse Explosion during the whole playthrough of this dungeon. Goatman, go on. How do you deal insane damage? I survive the Bone Spear if you don't, Shaco or Grandfather. Shadow damage over time. I mean, Bone Spear's a lot of damage, but there's other sources for damage. So again, why is my desecrated ground doing so much damage? My blood wave? That is because I get 700% bonus damage on the blood wave. Okay. And then my damage over time effects, they go up to 1.5 million. So my Shadow Blight key passive, my actual key passive that kind of triggers on me doing shadow damage, that just goes up to millions as well, because that's just what it is in shadow builds. So yeah, summing that up, I'm OP and I just do a lot of damage. And I also use damage buckets really smart and all that kind of stuff. So kind of like the min-maxing of this build. Another Guar Ruins. You know what I could do? I could throw this Sphere of Magic Resistance away. Guar Ruins is my favorite dungeon because you can just walk through it. You'd be surprised, John. I'll show you how much you can just walk through it. You need to make the garden winterproof. There you go. I mean, I'm not a fan of gardening as well, especially when everything is wet and nasty and blah outside. But what gotta be done, right? I love Necro for crowd control. Necro for crowd control plus the sacrilegious ring. Oh, by the way, there was no boss in this. Shit, we couldn't actually test what we wanted to test. Shit. I know where a boss is, though. Guar Ruins, chat. So let's do Guar Ruins with a boss now, that we can actually show you how this works. Also, I need to favorite this ring before I accidentally disenchant it. That would be a bummer. You're not really a Necro player, but you love in the Shadow Mount. So the best part about Necro is it's always in a good state. I mean, like there's literally like Necro has been since always in a good state when it comes down to build variety and everything. And honestly, it only gets more fun. And the worst part is that Necro might be in a good state, right? Despite the Golem being completely useless. Yeah. So Alien, it might also be that your multipliers are not really doing good. Like you're missing core skill damage. You're missing damage with bone skills. Your Paragon board might not be up for the task. So there's many things that play a role why things are not working. I mean, are you playing the Flash Eater Paragon board, which 40% multiplicative hires your damage? And all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this dungeon is literally just a run through because it says travel to the wild chamber, a vial chamber. But in order to travel to the vial chamber, you like this is part 1 of the dungeon. Done. Okay. That was the whole part 1 of the dungeon. And on we go. I cleared this in 1 minute and 30 seconds last time. And that's it. Boss. Now swap Sacrilegious Soul for X-Felds. So I wanted to try it out. Okay, our Stagger's still good. Now everything critting is nice. Yeah, I guess for bossing X-Felds is actually working really good. I'm surprised. Yep, okay. You hear these lightning sounds in between this. That's when X-Felds essentially goes off. Yep, that's 5 million damage with X-Felds. Okay, so in a dungeon that is yeah, okay. For a boss fight, it makes sense to have X-Felds. I mean, we can do the same kind of speed with Ring of Sacrilegious Soul. But it's just really better to just get to that point and then swap over. That's nice. But 4.9 million was the highest we've seen there now. Interesting. The biggest problem is we're missing the, like, our crit chance is just low. So right now we're not having Bone Storm running, 20% crit chance left. And we're not having Grasping Banes running, 20% crit chance less. Which means we only have a 20% crit chance, which is not really a lot. Right? that's the only weakness quotation mark of the build. But hey, it works. I mean, it works. This is a tier 100 dungeon, and we're just doing the do. Okay, maximum life. No. Shall we try to see how it goes versus Uber Lilith? Oh wow, that's a high roll on that. Shall we see how this goes versus Uber Lilith? I lost any joy in looking for new items, Chan. It's come to that point where like these items are just a clickety clackety for me. That's about it. So the only thing we're not having yet is explosive mist or anything else. Like that's my problem because I don't need anything. Okay, so Uber Lilith, which potion would we take? Critical strike, resource, armor. Where's the alchemist? Think critical strike. Vonton, good to see you there. How are you doing, brother? I hope life finds you well. I haven't seen you in a while and hope you're doing good. I need critical strike damage. Heady assault, crushing, precision. Yeah. Critical strike chance. Now let's see. We're going to try out Uber Lilith with Ixfelds and then with the Ring of the Sacrilegious Souls, okay? We're going to swap between them. What would you use in place of the Banished Lord's Talisman for Litless Lands build? Waves of Blood. An amulet with Waves of Blood, kind of. That would be good. Yeah, amulet with Waves of Blood. But the Banished Lord Talisman is kind of like key piece. You want to have that for maximum damage. So yeah. So the trailer, wait, there's another Avatar: The Last Airbender coming after the first one. Did I miss something? They made another one? Are they sure? Let's get two lilies. Yeah, after that abomination of a movie, exactly. That's my question. Last one was an Avatar. Last one was robbery. It was a mockery. There's a guy blowing wind. I don't have a recollection of an Avatar. I've never heard of an Avatar movie before. The only Avatar I remember is the one on Pandora. Where is Mommy Lilith right now? Did I already drink my elixir that I made? I didn't. Okay, chat. Let's see where this one is going. I see that the damage we're doing against her is reasonable. I mean, not like as reasonable as other builds we've been having, but is my vampiric power not working again? I was reasonably confused about not getting what I was looking for in the essence recharge department. Lilith, could you just not walk out of my damage? Plenty appreciated. We're actually gonna, oh wow, look, do you see that? That random oh, she should have died there. She just died. But she might still wait. Yeah, I knew this would happen. There could still be a wave coming. Okay, this is currently with X-Feld, so not with the Ring of Sacrilegious Souls. Okay, John? Yeah, reasonable. And then we get booped. Okay, so this was X-Feld, where X-Feld can trigger every now and then, and now Ring of Sacrilegious Souls. When we can do it, right? It's all like possible. We can get her killed. It's just a question of patience, right? Oh, let's see. Because now we're getting our auto corpse explosions, right? And our auto corpse tendrils and everything. There's also reasonable damage. Oh, wow. We're doing like... Mm-hmm. I like what I see. Oh, I did not have to blood mist there, and now I'm gonna die because I don't have blood mist. No. Okay, yeah, that also works. Interesting. So the build can do it like harder than the Tempest Storm build, I have to say. Because the Tempest Storm build just does it way faster, right? But I have to say, like, surprised at how well it goes. Just on Butcher in tier 85 with Necro, we actually had to kill the Butcher in a tier 100 with our Tempest Storm Necro. So with the new enhanced Tempest Storm Necro, we just did it. It was really crazy. I was surprised how well it worked. Oh god, she just got absolutely... Did you see how much damage she took from that wave? You wonder why am I dashing so often through her? It's just all about like getting the and the cooldown reduction, right, on my blood wave, because that's where the damage is coming from. Oh, right on me. Fantastic, mommy. Oh, I just used my blood wave. That's... oh, God. Ah! Once in a while. No! No, my blood wave has 30 seconds cooldown. That is so bad. We don't like it. No! Give me more cooldown. No! I need it back. No! No! Not the high cooldown. Ah! Yep. That's going to be lacking damage galore. I haven't had that happening in a while. Oh, well, the crazy part is just rather how much we're going to be staggering this thing here. Because we're going to stagger him right now here. Yep. Oh, this is so funny when you actually break the boss, you know? So one thing we're missing currently is our movement speed. Movement speed. Okay, let me do one more with X-Feld's Corroded Signet, and then I'm just happy because I know I can do it. We just need to be, you know, patient. We're not gonna like having to finish her right now. It's definitely one of the where you actually get to fight her tries, you know? Not opposed to the other Necros where we don't actually fight her. So with the other Necros, we actually don't fight her. If that makes sense, because you're just skipping everything. Now, one thing I noticed without the auto corpse explosion, I might have to go back to attack speed. Because you notice how slow I'm just casting this. Like, this is just like giga slow. Oh wow, she almost just died there. Please don't land on me. Or please land on me. I'm not sure which one it is. Oh no. Beautiful. I'm just really disappointed at how few damage or how few attack speed you have. So I almost feel like that when you're fighting her, you want to put on like Ravenous, even though I don't get Ravenous to work right now. What do I have to put off to get Ravenous to work? I have to put Prey on the Weak off to have Ravenous to work because I don't have anything with me right now. No, we'll just put Undying in just for a second. So like just put a Ravenous on for a second, not Terra. Because we're casting so slow. You know, when I'm going for the cast of my blood waves, anything to be honest, it just feels like it's taking like a year to go out there. I'm gonna say it after having auto cast on corpse back. It feels just so weird not having it. Now, right now we're playing with not auto cast on corpse, but it just feels so bad not having it once you had it. Oh, she's jumping up. Are you gonna bug? There's some nasty damage we did there. I like it. Oh, come on. We could have had some lucky hit triggers there. You get staggered. No, Lilith, I would like to jump to kind of do this, but I wanted to keep my cooldown here. Thank you very much, lady. GG. Okay. 50, you tried once, you failed. You tried twice, you failed. Please don't try a third time. Now this time it was reasonable, good damage. Oh god, what was about? What this highlight around the character is an accessibility feature, no gameplay. It's under the gameplay tab. So you go under options, you go under gameplay, and then you get that done. Okay. Ring for boss clearing. But honestly, I would really not play X-Felds in this. I like the ring for boss clearing damage, but the sacrilegious ring is just so much better. It's the absolute mental convenience feature, which also brings me now to where's Gore Ruins? I had another Gore Ruins, right? Because there's one single thing we have to level up, Chan, and one single last rune that's left. Let's get that popping, okay? Because currently our runes are, or our glyphs are all level 15 more or less, but one for the skeleton mages. One for the skeleton mages is lacking. First, shoot. Curse, shoot, go. Onwards. Curse, go. First part of the dungeon done again. I don't know what it is about the Goa ruins, but they're just they're just something very relaxing to do. Oh, hello. Look how they're getting bullied by one single blood wave, Chan. Fantastic. Doesn't get better than that. Once you have like a bunch of very annoying mobs, but you're the captain now, right? I make the rules. And we're at the boss. Weep. So quick. So quick. Are we still running the Ravenous over the Hectic right now? I honestly have to say I like the Ravenous more. Because the other casting is else too slow. Yeah, I think we'll keep it that way. I mean, right now we're not getting vulnerable in case you're missing that, Chan. Oh, that was a 2.2 million damage over time thingy, Chan. This is just a random 2.2 million damage over time. Oh, how cool. Yeah, look at the attack speed on shooting out those shadow blights. That's amazing. Okay, so let me correct this. Let me correct this. That is so much better. Okay, we get all of these level, but we need to level the mage glyph. Yeah, that one is missing because that makes our dude stronger. Okay, this one needs to be level 15. That's the goal now, chat. Get that done. So sometimes on YouTube, I have the feeling that people forget that a stream is live, and they feel like they're watching a long video. It's like, hi, chat. Now's your chance to ask a question if you ever had one. Okay, what we're gonna change is oh god, ADHD. What did I say? What did I want it to change? I don't remember. Someone help me. I literally forgot. We need to level that glyph up. Oh, we need to fix the vampiric powers. Oh, brain. Why do this? We need 2 more furious. We need 1 more. One more skull. And 2 more fury. No, we don't need 1 more skull. We need 2 more furies. Okay, but you said I can change that. Where can I change it? At the alchemist? Or who changes these? Pact alteration. Okay. Oh, I can change in potent blood for these things. Wow, I never knew I could change potent blood in for these things. That's so cool. I thought farming potent blood is useless afterwards. But you can actually trade that in. That makes life so much better. That makes life so much better. So I was always scared that I might at some point run out of this, right? Okay, I need 1 skull and 2 there. 1 skull and 2 for us. Okay, now let's see how the new clearing speed feels, because this is now without terror, without the full crits, without everything, but it's with prayer on the weak for the vulnerable. Need a nightmare dungeon with a boss. Nightmare dungeon with a boss. Sepulchre of the Forsworn. Shadow resist can eat my booty hole. Leviathan's Maw. Heathen's Keep. I don't know if Heathen's Keep has it. Now, if we only could buy Varshan's part with it, yeah, that would be good, to be honest. Very good. I'm using a Bloodlines build. I'm level 65 at the moment, but my highest hits were so far 400k. That's good. The 400k is pretty nice at 65, Larry, because you got to consider that at 65, you do not have your domination glyph leveled up fully. And your domination glyph is what's truly scaling your overpower damage. I mean, with the domination glyph, you're getting like roughly like over thousands of % plus in overpower damage. So don't stress yourself if you're not higher yet, because you're literally not, you can't be higher yet. Like you have like the level limitation itself to you to be higher. Right? Just keep that in mind. Like don't feel like you know what, actually we're doing way more damage already. No, you shouldn't. You're actually very, very good off right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, kind of. Yeah, with the higher attack speed, things are so much better. I don't know if you can notice this from a viewing standpoint, guys, but it's just so much convenient to just be attacking faster right now. And that's like where like the shadow blights, they're just flying out of my hands like there's no tomorrow. It's like pop, 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 pop. Especially when you're like stuck below a suppressive thingy umbrella with them. That's where things are just shaping up so nicely. Whoop. We're going fast. Myru, thank you for the brand new Prime subscription. Welcome to the Knights of the Round Stable. Good to see you there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for supporting, subscribing, chatting. I don't actually know how our numbers are this month. I know viewer number wise we have been doing good, but that's because of Twitch drops. I'll just say it. But I don't actually know where we're sub number wise. I tend to not look at that number to save myself from unhappiness, you know? Save your own mental health by not actually looking at that number, because I can't change the number much, right? People choose to subscribe or not to subscribe. If they enjoy the content, they enjoy the content. If they don't enjoy the content, they don't. What can I do? I mean, I can always try, obviously, to like entertain more, right? To be better. But yeah, like, you know, there's just a limited influence you have. So keep like your own unhappiness at bay. Go for this. Try to trigger the lucky hit, because again, as soon as the lucky hit triggers, like my blights are just flying out so much faster. Oh god, he just booped me. I did not expect to get booped by him. He just booped me with his oh god, you just teleported me back to the beginning, because look at how fast I went through the dungeon without killing everything. Wow. Bimo and Super Duper Live, thank you very much both for your subscriptions as well. Welcome, sirs. Also, QSoul, how are you doing? I feel like that shouldn't happen, chat, but maybe that's just me. I mean, if I'm able to zoom through the dungeon like this, like there should be some dungeon checkpoints in between that would keep this from happening. But maybe I'm just greedy. But yes, he just booped me with his firepower, blood power, whatever. Despite us actually having like 15, like don't forget, we've been having like 15k resistances. Oh, also chat, one thing we forget for Uber Lilith, right? We're currently running 15% multiplicative less shadow damage. So every damage you see, you can apply 15% multiplicative on that to kind of figure out what actually our damage max is. Why is that? Well, I mean, the reason is that we just choose to beef our resistances up instead, because I'm like too lazy to do it with orbs and everything. So yeah. How are you? I'm very good, Q. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna get a busy week ahead. I could clarify some tech stuff that was weighing on my soul. So you can imagine, like, tech stuff is always annoying. So if you get that clarified, life's good, you know. So that makes me happy. Thank you for the streaming on YouTube, because I do not have a Twitch account. Well, I stream on both, on Twitch and YouTube, because it's nowadays allowed. In case you didn't know this, like it's now for a couple of weeks since TwitchCon, essentially, you can actually stream on both, which is a interesting experiment, because I mean I'm making YouTube content anyways, right? I'm here anyways making this. Like, so why wouldn't I also have our YouTube? Oh wow, he's just getting absolutely torched. Why wouldn't I have our YouTube community also enjoy some live interaction? instead of just the Twitch community. So yeah, there we go. Shadow damage looks so ugly. Yeah, I wish they're like, I'm really unhappy that the Shadow Blight key passive damage is just hidden behind everything. Why? Like, the Shadow Blight key passive damage is some kind of ultimate damage. Why doesn't it get an ultimate color? Like now it's grayed out white. So between all the bright white numbers, you can see some grayed out white number. Yeah. And then you're like, congratulations. Is this Blight a CE mark? This is the Frost Necro, which is using Bloodless Scream, which is the Frost Scythe, to do insane amounts of multiplicative shadow damage, frost damage, chill damage, essence recuperation. And we're using Blood Wave with desecrated ground to get even more multiplicative damage to overwhelm our opponents. Technically, you could play this build also completely without the Bloodless Scream, and we could make this into a even higher damage build, but kind of like then it would also transfer that, then it would kind of like defeat the purpose of playing Blood Wave in total, and then the whole build falls apart. So yeah, technically few things you could change. Practically these changes would kind of like stop this build from being this build, you know, and then you might as well just play any cookie cutter build you have been playing anyways already. Because that's like the whole thing, right? Like, this build is just something different from all the meta you have seen. Because it's essentially using Blood Wave to do like incredible amounts of damage, and you can see that the damage is like quite just fantastic. I mean, technically I could swap this over to be an X-Felds build, so where I use Blood Wave and then X-Felds together and all that kind of stuff. But if I do that again, then I'm just an X-Felds build again, right? So it's like nothing like stand out, nothing like whatever. Oh yeah, look at my blights. Look at my blights. I could just yeet them into him. Bam. Ooh. The range of that Blood Wave is nice. Yes, you saw it, chat. That's it. Boop, down. On we go. Oh, why me? Unreasonable. With any other build but this build, like we're not fighting the butcher. Like please destroy it. Like, seriously, the butcher tier 100 with this build? Got the damage but don't have the survivability the other builds have. Like the Tempest Storm build, for example, beats the Butcher with X-Feld. We tried it out. I actually had a nice little fight against like 2 fights against tier 100 Butchers, and I won both of them. And as an avid Necromancer player, you kind of know how difficult that can be. Winning your fights against Butchers, especially tier 100 Butchers, is quite something as a Necro. Something you can be proud of. Why didn't this why didn't that HP reset? So weird.
I'm not ready yet.
Come on, spawn the rest. I don't want to use Blood Wave on this. I want to like now use Blood Wave. Everyone bullied. Ah, I looked at the chat. YouTube Chan, it's your fault if I die here. Because I decided to look at you. Hehe, you're all dead. It was fun. Just dive in with a Blood Wave. Dive bomb him, Chan. Ugh, dive bomb.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, that is going to be unfortunate. Oop. Yeah, someone might have been a little bit greedy here. That someone was me, but that someone also got out. Very, very fortunate. I mean, the thing is, you could just play this build here slower, right? But I'm just like essentially trying to figure out what's the max speed I can go for. So yes, I could play this slower and secure, but where's the fun in that, right? Like I'm trying to see how fast could I essentially be. I'm not trying out to see how slow could be when I play this build. I'm trying to min-max here my tempo. To see how fast I can fly through the respective dungeon. Oh, emoji of the ancients? No, not this guy. Oh, he just got instantly staggered. What the hell just happened to him? Oh no, it's both of them. No, not cool. You can't be going for both of you. No, again staggered. Chat. Okay, do you notice how fast they're getting staggered by Frost? Oh no, this is a bully. Oh no, this is a mockery. Chat, this is a mockery. Ah, no. They're just... Oh god. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, they thought they could survive. I struggled to kill Lilith on my Necro 100, even with good gear. Which Necro did you play with good gear? Like, it really comes down to what you're saying. I mean, obviously, like, Hodo Barb right now is stupid, correct? But if you, for example, have a good Bloodlens Necro, you have the same Hota experience. I made a Bloodlens build that is especially made to kill Lilith, okay? So that the build is just made to kill Lilith, and it just does it so fast. You'd be surprised at like what you can do there. Stun her, stun her. I hate her because she constantly goes out of your shit, and that's where she's like just so annoying. The amount of corpse explosions and everything I just do with this attack speed is just nasty. I think we bugged her. Yep. Poor girl. And we're still not having the perfect thingy. My wife wrote me a message, chat. I gotta look into that. You did the Tempest Necro. Did you do the Tempest Necro with X-Felds? Sand? The new one? Yeah. Okay. So how are we feeling now with the Ravenous, Chan? How are you liking it? Is it faster? Does it feel faster? Does it feel faster? I feel like, oh wow, this is Helltide. I should do a Helltide so we could do a Duriel. Oh shit. Yeah, we need to do a Helltide. So, Xan, what I recommend is when you're struggling with a Tempest Necro build, Lucky Hit Potion. So this is what I'm drinking here, potions, and I drink the Elixir of Combat Fortune. That's 20% bonus lucky hit, and essentially, like, in a Lilith fight, just makes it like to a permanent trigger for the ring. It's actually really beautiful at how absolutely well that works out. Speak to the wayward soul. Yes, ma'am. I shall speak to the wayward soul. Overworld content just gets eaten by one blood wave, huh? One blood wave. Everything dead. Go, lightning sword. Oh, you don't have grasping veins on? Yes, not having grasping veins is definitely going to be lowering your damage tremendously, because that's the whole point about the build, right? Of the Tempest build with the grasping veins, to go like crazy. That's for sure. So yeah, I'm absolutely with you that if you do not play Grasping Veins, you're limiting yourself. This is often a problem I see send when someone comments this build doesn't work. You know, I mean, you didn't say that, but it's just like in YouTube comments, you're kind of like, I have this build and it doesn't work. And I'm like, what are you doing different? Well, I left out like three out of 8 parts, and I thought, like, you know, that's okay. They're not important, despite, you know, said that they're important. But you're like, okay, but how do you think it will work if you're just not, you know, if you're kind of leaving out all the parts that make it work? It's okay. Like there's build creativity, right? Like if you wanna alter builds, if you wanna be creative and try out some things, that's cool. But then you gotta still understand what the key parts of a build are, right? So we actually did the math, 10. And Grasping Veins is better than the Shadowblight key passive to have it up, because you might get the 225% bonus damage, right? But if a single damage over time trigger actually happens with your X-Fel's Corroded Signet, and that X-Fel's Corroded Signet actually crits, then that is so much more damage than the continuous procs that the Shadowblight key passive would provide you with. And that's kind of like the whole thought, you know, how that would just be like so much more damage in comparison. That's where you just got to decide what you want to do. But it's harsh to find all the slots. I mean, we said it against Lilith. You could play both. So you can play Grasping Veins and the Shadowblight key passive if you leave the Lilith's Wall out, because you technically don't need it against Lilith. But I tried all the combinations, and I went back to that one to just make it feel like super strong. Lightning Ball Sword. I have to say, like, with all the builds out there that Sork has to offer, like Hydra and Flamethrower and Frostball and whatever, and people choose to play, I guess people just want to be powerful, but I'm just so surprised that no one is like trying other builds, right? I mean, when I meet Necros in the world, I've actually seen everything. I either meet Summoner Necros, I meet Blood Necros, I meet Bone Necros. Like, it's like every single Necro is a chance that is a different build, but I'm meeting a Sork and it's to 90% Lightning Ball. Right? That's just not even a question. Like, oh, you're playing Lightning Ball Sork? Oh, good to know. I guess the bane of seasonal content, because people play what's OP in the season instead of giving it a little bit variety. And then they wonder why they stopped enjoying the game, and they're like, man, this game ain't no fun. You're like, bro, have you tried different builds than your one meta build? No, I haven't. Well, let me tell you, sir. And that might be the cause of your misery. But who am I? Like, I'm not your keeper, right? Lightning Ball seems boring. It seems boring from the outside. Maybe it's not. But, like, this is the thing. Like, for me, as someone who's, like, sitting on the sidelines and watching someone play Lightning Ball, I'm like, I mean, that looks very dull. But then again, maybe when you're playing it, it's actually super good. Oh, wow, I just got a zoom out thingy. So maybe then it's super good. Can I always play like this, Chad? Can I please always play like this? Hey, can you zoom me out harder, father? You can't hold gear from other classes. I mean, if I would have to use my storage right now for another class but Necro, that would be impossible because my storage is full. My storage is absolutely filled. There's not even like a single slot for anything else. I could compensate, but since I've been running like 7 different Necro builds or so, there's like no chance for me to compensate much because, well, I've been running all these Shadow Necro builds, so I need all these equipment pieces. Okay, listen, I don't have a problem. I just really need all these different Necro skills. I mean, the only way, like, I would have to buy another Diablo. Probably just buy another Diablo. It's the only way. Chat, I figured it out.
I need more time.
Oh, he's just dying so quick. Poor boss. So Lightning Ball Sork is pretty high APM because you got to be spamming your skills. Sure, I can see that. Like when you're watching Lightning Ball Sork, it just seems like you're not doing anything. It seems like you're pressing the summon Lightning Ball button and that's it. But that's what I was saying. Maybe there goes more on in the build for someone that's actually playing it than it looks from the outside. When you get the Varshan Ring World Tier 3, you should be able to get the Varshan Ring World Tier 3. The question rather is, why would you want to get the Varshan Ring World Tier 3? You wanted it as a World Tier 4 version max roll. I mean, if you're level 60, you can start summoning Varshan with your level 90 friends and instantly kill him for like a 900 roll Varshan ring. So yeah, I mean, that's what you want. As a content creator, how much are you hoping they introduce build saving? I mean, I don't only need build saving. I need also wardrobes and whatsoever Dark Soul. So yes, I would really like to have that because it would just make my life easier. But we all know that's future music, but future music in the far future. I mean, like this is not like anytime soon it's gonna happen, right? This is gonna happen like very far down the line.
I need more time.
But yeah. Elk, you can just create macros that would click 2 buttons for you for Lightning Ball Sork. Well, some people, or some people, even Blizzard, would consider macros cheating. So you got to be a bit careful with creating macros to push multiple buttons at the same time.
I need more time.
I know it always sounds silly to a degree, but on the other hand, like, you know, it can get you banned. Macro usage is a frowned upon. LB Sork is right now about maintaining 4 elemental stacks, shield, TP, and spamming LB. It's more fun to play than to watch. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just looks very simplistic to play. But that's like when you're not inside the character, when you're just watching from the sidelines. And I assume it's one of these cases. I'll probably enjoy Lightning Ball Sork as well. But then again, I only enjoy Necro, kind of. Ah. Good. 328 cinders. 328 cinders. Oh, the chest is here. Well, mind if I do, ladies and gentlemen. Mind if I do. Ow. 5. Give me 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. I've only ever gotten once 5. And I was so happy. I was the happiest boy in the world. Chat, by the way, should we be doing some Uber Lilith, some Uber Derails together? When you're dropping the MOBA link, David, there is no MOBA link that exists for this build right now, but at the beginning of this stream, you can actually rewind. You can see the how we put the build together, and we kind of overviewed the whole build. We will be creating a MOBA link because this build will get its own YouTube video. I mean, it's for me a very interesting novel concept of trying out a Frost Necro. And I think a lot of people will probably be enjoying this because, well, it is fun. Oh, Jesus, this is one of these Hell Tides where I could get like multiple chests. Huh. Starting to get bored with a material grind. Wait, you're starting to get bored? That's cute. I mean, material grind is always boring. There's like nothing interesting about it. The thing that keeps it interesting for me is doing all the different kind of builds, but this is also where I would like to have a save build button because I could make the perfect Helltide grinding build, right? And if I could swap over to that, I would make my whole Helltide grinding so much more efficient. But then when I'm pushing a dungeon, I have the ultimate dungeon pushing build. I mean, I also have the absolute build to destroy Uber Lilith. One tool for every job, right? So like, yeah, I have a bunch of builds that work like for the respective thing like super ultra well. And that's where safe build button would come in like so damn handy, as you say. I wish the materials would come from different content. Well, the reason why the materials comes from the respective content is to give the people a feeling that there is actually any kind of endgame content in the game, right? I mean, let's be absolutely honest. The reason why Helltide is having a material is to make people go Helltide. And so on. It's like to create this feeling of endgame. I wish steel wasn't gated so hard. Yes, the steel being gated so hard is really shitty. What I despise is that they didn't think it far enough. So what do I mean with they didn't think it far enough? So right now you can get steel in Helltides, right? But the only way to get steel in Helltides is from the living steel chest. What I'm asking myself is, if I am in the Helltide and if I'm rampaging through the Helltide and I'm kind of like, you know, like destroying everyone in the Helltide, shouldn't at some point maybe a giant ass demon from Grigor the Galvanic Saint come, like one of his generals, and be like, sir, could you please stop? And then if you kill that, you get a living steel. Is this build Nightmare 100? We just cleared like what, 6 or 7 Nightmare 100s already with this build. So much fun. With the Sacrilegious Ring and Litless Wall, would you prefer for Nightmare 100 Bloodlands or Shadow Blight? The Shadow Blight build is stronger, Douglas. I hate to say it because I love the Bloodlands build. I think the Bloodlands build is more fun to play, straight up. But the Shadow Blight build with Ixfeld and Sacrilegious Ring is actually stronger than the Bloodlands build. The Bloodlands build, though, is vastly more fun. Because it's kind of like cool to just dash and then Bloodlances and then Bloodlances, 8 million, 8 million, 8 million. But that's kind of cool. But realistically, the Shadow one is stronger. Bloodlands not very strong against bosses. Well, you should actually like check the things I told you for making the build better versus bosses, Douglas. So you could just carry a second item with you that you favorite. Like I do carry favorited items always with me. So you could do that, and carrying favorite items with you will allow you to just carry the one item that essentially makes Bloodlands absolutely obliterate bosses. So that's what I usually recommend. If you can't get over the boss clearing speed, which is still fantastic with Bloodlands, don't get me wrong, right? I'm running Bone Spear with Shaco, Grandfather Sacrilegious, and it's glorious. I don't have Shaco. I don't have Grandfather. I have the Melted Heart of Selig. And I tried to look up in the internet if anyone made a working Melted Heart of Selig build. And the reality is that not a single content creator made a working Melted Heart of Selig build. Because simple matter of fact, the unique is so bad. It's not about us content creators like lacking the creativity there right at this point. It's just that the item is so bad. There's just no build to make. As much as I wish it was different, and it was just like we just haven't found the build yet. Selig might be really good on Abattoir. That could be. It could be that it might be better for Abattoir to actually have this survival going on. I mean, as a Necro, I think like the best build for Abattoir right now is going to be the Tempest Storm build that we cooked up. I just don't see the Tempest Storm build not being the best one. Like Blight, Tempest Storm with everything is just going to be crazy. Cocoon. Would you playtest it at BlizzCon and said health scales a lot, but monster damage doesn't? Most likely Barb will be on top. I mean, like right now, Barb is on top of everything anyways, but like the leaderboards are going to be class specific. So for me personally as a Necro, I don't care if a Barb can clear the dungeon faster than me, right? or if a rogue can clear a dungeon faster than me. The question is, how fast can I clear it as a necro, right? How well can I go through as a necro? Because I don't look at like how well can other classes do it. Also, when we're looking at the leaderboards in the future, because season 3 is going to have leaderboards, but leaderboards are different. Leaderboards are the gauntlet, and the gauntlet is going to be one linear dungeon to play through, and you're going to be trying to min-max play this dungeon as fast as possible through. But you actually have a necro leaderboard, so I will actually try to be high in the necro leaderboard because I care. I find that interesting, like, because doing a dungeon as optimal as possible does not need me to like abandon my family. Know what I mean? So I don't have to like say goodbye to my loved ones for a week, and only to grind out the game like you know, for some race to world first or some other like absolutely unnecessary shebang. And that's where I really like the leaderboards, because I usually like I'm very leaderboard averse person. Like what could I care? What does the number say if I'm gonna have fun or not? But yeah. I hope they won't scale dungeon with barb in mind for monster health. That would be an absolute Blizzard move to do, and also the dumbest thing they could. Yes. I mean, with barb in mind, it does only because barb obviously does like 400 billion damage with a hit. Yeah. You just got a 4 steel chest. Let's go. I'm currently trying to pick up the second chest extremely fast, because we could actually, this is one of the crazy hell tides where you can get so many steel chests. There's actually like, it's beautiful, right? Because right now in 6 minutes, the hell tide is going to swap, and then there's another 30 minutes left, guys. So in case you're doing this hell tide right now, you can get so many materials. I'm going to be farming 2 duriels, chat, and then we do some duriel together. Does this sound like a good plan for us? Yeah, hop onto Lilith with Hota and beat her with 2 clicks. By the end of the day, you just got to decide for yourself how much you want to ruin your own fun. I mean, if you want to play the billions of damage barb and just beat every challenge like that, cool. If you want to like have an actual fight against Lilith, you can also choose to do that. Like this it's like down to you, right? What are you looking for? I mean, if you just want to build the absolute most crazy thing that you could possibly think of, then do that. We got 3 eggs. Oh, we don't need eggs. Come on now. Eggs are for the weak. And it's shards of agnosia. I do 2 characters for 6 chests. You could do that as well. But right now this is a flipped Helltide, and you obviously can just do it naturally without multiple characters. Can you trade your... Yeah, you can trade your living steel inter-character. Actually interesting thought to just make another character for that. Considering how fast it is to level up characters, on a double Helltide, you could make a Helltide farming character like a rogue or something, just to have it essentially to quickly farm Helltides. I'm just testing your latest build on YouTube, and I'm just running out of essence all the time, and it seems clunky. Which one, Chester? You mean the Tempest? I mean, if you don't have T-Ball's Will on the Tempest, you can go for Reap instead of Blind. So that's a nice change. But also, running out of essence doesn't matter on the build. So this is very important that for the Tempest Necro, even if you're out of build and you can't cast Blind, you don't have to. You essentially just cast Blind when you have enough to cast Blind. This is always where I want to sit down with people and kind of like, you know, if someone wants to play one of my builds, I wish I could just sit down and walk them through it, you know, face to face. Because there's so many little things, so many intricacies you can't really get through in one video, right? Like even if you explain the gameplay loop to people, there's still so many tiny things. Like, so Blight is not your main damage. Your main damage is Bone Storm, Chester. And if you cast Blight, you cast Blight when it's available, but if it's not available, it's not the end of the world, right? It's like essentially bonus damage, bonus stagger, bonus everything. But again, if it's not there, then you're not missing out. Oh, you just all walked into my wave of poop and died. They all just walked into the wave of poop
I'm not ready yet.
and died. See, right now I'm out of mana, but I just dashed to T-bolts. We'll get it back out. But even if I'm out of mana, even in this build, I still have my corpse explosion, still have my everythings. I just get my blood wave, kill everything. I mean, look, I'm essentially playing some weird frost blood mave necro, and I'm still able to actually get 7 waves down. I mean, with blood search necro, you could be getting like what, almost 20 waves down, but that's different. Because that's blood search necro. That's a 1 button press to rule them all.
I need more time.
You're using flicker boots. Build guide, you have aspect of explosive mist. Flicker boots is better. The as mentioned in the video, like the aspect of the explosive mist is a thought, but flicker step has just turned out to be the more useful adaptation, you know. Always often when you're like, you know, when you create the video and you're like, you know, this might be good, this could be good, and then it just turns out that actually playing something different might make it stronger, you know. And this is how it like then happens, that the mobalytics is sometimes different to the video, but that's why you watch both. Make a sever build. I made a sever build. It was bad, and I made the best sever build in season 1 and Eternal Realm. So with those credentials unpacked, Fad, the problem is that sever is just terrible this season. Have you thought about having an overlay with a combined chat to talk? No, why? I mean, I answer regardless. You hear, like, I try to read the question and then give you an answer to the question. So even if you don't see the question, you still know what we're talking about, Ginger. But I generally don't display the chat on the screen because I don't feel like you have to display the chat on the screen. Also, there's actually some GDP, PD, BDPR laws in Germany that kind of like speak against putting your chat on screen. Some like privacy regulation, blah, bingo bongo. I'm not entirely sure how that got ruled out, but technically there's something speaks against law-wise in Germany to actually display the chat on stream. It's weird, I know, sounds plenty stupid, but that's what it is. So gotta think twice about that. But realistically, whenever someone has a question, like here, Marty, how's everyone? You see there, Marty? I am very good. Thank you for asking. Like I try to read out the question before I answer the question, because that's when you know what I'm talking about. Because usually if I just answer a question without reading the question aloud, you're like, what's he talking about? When I pick up the gear is never 925, and the only gear I need is 925. So it doesn't matter what the weapons are. I mean, maybe 1 out of 50 weapons is going to be 925, and I'm not going to pick up the 50 weapons. So I only need 925 gear. Like there's no other gear I need at this point. I have the perfect rings, more or less. I have the good focus. I have the good weapons. I need maximum armor rolled gear. Must say you're an amazing streamer. We appreciate you answering the question, helping out. Try my best.
I'm not ready yet.
You know, try my best. Maybe I should yell in between a bit more, make a bit more drama, but I'm too old for this shit. Insert Danny Glover meme, but I'm really too old for this shit, guys. I've always been too old for this shit. That's the problem. So actually, no matter how old I am, I've always been too old. So thank you, Rob Law, by the way, for the subscription. Sorry for missing that earlier. It feels always so bad when you miss a subscription from a viewer. They're like, here's my money. And you're like, oh yeah, let me just not acknowledge that in any way. Because I don't hate you. It just happens. Could you not walk out of my... Could you not walk out of my blood mist? Sir? No, I'm trying to create like stacking damage over time below you. It would be plenty kind if you could just stay in one spot and not like, you know, could you just not, please just stand still? I know you like running around, but could you just stand still for a second? I don't know why I'm doing this, Chad. Thank you for standing in my blood wave. That is very appreciated. God, he just dodged every blight. Chat, he's better. He's better.
I need more time.
Holy. I don't know. I don't know why I went through with this. It was a mistake. If I can add you friend list in the game, Marty. We are adding people whenever we do real things. So I'm not just adding randomly people. I actually need to kick people constantly out of my friend list so it doesn't get overloaded. That doesn't mean I don't like you. It's just a simple, I need to somehow keep an overview over my friend list and who's in there. You know? Is Banished Lord's Talisman good for the Tempest build? No, not at all. Because you're not really using Essence in the Tempest build. You can use Essence, but you're also not really using Overpower. I mean, technically, you could try to use Overpower or utilize Overpower even in the Tempest build, but it kind of comes down to the point that you're just trying to hybrid too much. So that's where it's like then just not doing it. I mean, there is a Tempest build with Banished Lord's Talisman. It's called the Bloodless Lens, though. You know? Is mini build tomorrow? Tomorrow's no stream. Tomorrow's my Saturday. You know, the one day in the week where I don't actually stream. I know. How do I dare? Do I not take this content creation thing serious? I don't. Sorry. But yeah, it's one day, and whenever I actually tell my daughters that today's Saturday, they know already Saturday's the day where dad doesn't work, and they're very happy. When I just saw what that could cause, actually, like, I'm very lucky that I work when my children are in kindergarten, because a friend of mine is an event technician, right? And he's actually like, he's on concerts all the time doing the sound there and all that kind of stuff. It's cool. It's a cool job, but he essentially, like, it was Saturday, and like I work on Sundays too, but like it's Saturday midday and he has to leave for the rest of the day and the night to essentially be on a concert and work there. And his daughters were very unamused. And I'm lucky that I mostly work when my daughters are just not at home, right? And then when they're back, I can actually spend time with them because they were really not happy. So my children know on Saturday that's my day off, and they're always like, they're very much looking forward to that all week long. There's big cheering when I say it's Saturday. They're gonna be like, "Whoa!" I love it. But minion build should be either Sunday or Monday, Joel. I gotta consider like when I actually want to do it because it takes some preparation to get running. But I'm like we're probably gonna do it on a live stream. So we're gonna do like we're gonna test the build on a live stream on YouTube and Twitch, obviously, and then see where it goes. Oh, I remember something. I remember something very unfortunate right now. We'll be able to provide society when industrial engineers no TikTokers and video game YouTubers. Well, I highly disagree with you, sir. I mean, we also need people that are not just like spamming idiotic comments in Twitch chat, you know, and provide for society instead of being an absolute twat in a chat, you know. So instead of being a loser, how about you get a real job and stop being an idiot in a chat, you know, like provide something for society, please. I mean, imagine, you know, trying to like sound like fucking smart, going into a stream and how, you know, do something useful for society while you're the most useless person for society in existence there. Like, you know, you're trying to claim the smart higher ground, and the only thing you're doing is you're showing how stupid you are. That's cute. You're stuck between minions and Tempest. Well, that's why we're making the minion Tempest build, Joel. This is like, so the minion build I'm planning to do is a minion Tempest build. That's the whole plan. It's the sneaky idea. So it's going to be a minion. It's going to be a Mendon featuring Tempest. And that should be able to survive literally anything. Like any calamity in existence. Mr. Kixian, I think you did not understand anything there. Mr. Kixian. What the person said is, randomly, he came into the stream and told me that I should provide something to society and get a real job. And be more useful for society. You know, that's what someone said to me. And my response is, whatever he's doing here is more useless for society than what I'm doing. I would never tell someone without prompting anything evil, my friend. You get treated in this stream the way you treat others. I firmly believe in that, Chan. I respect, you know, you deserve my love and you deserve to be cherished and you deserve to be respected. But if you lack the basic decorum, the basic human interaction of showing some respect to your other human beings, you do not deserve any respect back. Simple as is. I mean, I pity your soul, you know, of that person. I don't you know, give a damn about his comment. But yeah, they, you know, every now and then you get to burn a troll. Earning money through streaming and spending it helps society. Absolutely. And we're not talking about the thousands of people you help from boredom at their jobs, right? When you gotta be considering that also while you're streaming, you're actually providing entertainment for people that are sitting at their job and they might be bored otherwise. And we have plenty of those, to be honest. Because not everyone has a fun job and people need something to do on the side and it makes their day happier. I don't understand where that is not contributing helpful for society. Also, I would be a shitty doctor, let's be fair. I don't want to say I would be a shitty doctor, but I would definitely be a shitty doctor. It's just that just on the side note. The worst part is, chat, listen, the worst part is if someone is rude to a streamer, it often comes from their own problems. It never comes because we're making a problem. It becomes because the people have a problem. And the worst part often is that the people that really say very mean things to streamers are actually streamers themselves, but not successful ones. They're people that have tried, and usually people that have failed and that haven't managed to succeed. So now their frustration and their hatred and their vitriol, everything goes towards the people that are essentially doing what they would have loved doing, but they just didn't manage to do. Sadly, often that way. To a degree understandable, but on the other hand, like, it's not my fault, right? I'm like, it's not my fault that you might have failed as a content creator. I didn't steal your viewers. I mean, I'm not a hot tub streamer. I'm not a hot tub streamer. I'm not stealing your viewers, sir or ma'am. You're surely entertaining us and making our days better, which is contributing more than most people with their normal jobs. Yes. But again, still be happy, lucky that you're in a privileged position of, despite it not just being video games for money, because streaming is not video games for money, right? Despite it not just being that, still be thankful for the privileged position you're in. It's a lot of work to get to this point, and it's a lot of work to maintain this. Realistically, but always be happy, lucky about what you achieved and that you're still able to do it. I mean, I cherish it every day. I really do like this job, to be honest, despite it being many hours, and the tax office is only wanting my money, and you always feel like, what do you want more from me? Just employ me, someone. I don't have to care about this anymore. Builds that can utilize Grandfather and Sacrilegious. Bone Spear. Bone Spear. Can utilize Grandfather and Sacrilegious. Works really well. I mean, Bone Spear is kind of like a no-brainer for that because you're looking for maximum crits. But you could also do it with Bloodlands, Kraka. So Bloodlands also does work with the Grandfather and with Sacrilegious. but it might be harsh to fit everything in. So it fits, but it's also like a question more about how well is it all going to work out, because you might be able to get the damage done, but you might get to that point where yes, damage, yes, but what about, like, you know, permanent essence production and something like that. So you might make the build a little bit clunky. Oh, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh god, I did it. No, I pulled it off. Very good. Hello, Big Daddy. What was that rogue? He just came out of nowhere. Didn't even see him. Oh, a couple of million, 2.7 million damage on just a normal damage over time proc. So, my work might be boring as fuck, but I still have a job. Not everything is fun as life. I have family and a house, and so I'm really lucky. And I get to watch streams at work. True. But if your job is boring, but it still pays well, it at least saves you from the mental strain of having to take care of self-employment, you know? Because the worst part, or the best part about streaming is being self-employed. The worst part about streaming is being self-employed. Like there's nothing better and worse than being self-employed, right? I mean, like, it's super cool, like, you know, make your own work times and all that kind of stuff. But then also having to take care of your own tax. I mean, you still have to gather all the documents, right, for the tax accountant, and then like making sure you always save up that money, and then still having the tax offices like try to backstab you because they're always expecting you to earn more money. Like, you know, when every single year the tax offices want more money from you because they're just saying, yeah, you'll probably earn more. We don't care if you actually earn more, but you'll probably earn more, so give us more. Just like, please, let me breathe. Dude, the uncertainty of income, right? We haven't had a single subscriber in the last 24 minutes. So it's kind of like, you know, you didn't earn a single cent if you wouldn't run ads. That's like the reality, right? Where we're running a stream and the 24 minutes no one subbed. They're like, no, I'm not asking. Don't get me wrong. But if I wouldn't run ads right now, that would mean 24 minutes off, like, I didn't earn a single cent. Like, I'm just like, you know, might as well not stream, essentially. That's also, by the way, why every content creator needs to run ads. I know you hate it in live streams, and I tried to keep it at a minimum, Chad. But the reality is right now that, like, the sub income is here and the ad income is here, and together it actually pays for the mortgage. But without ads, I could actually forget being a full-time streamer. As simple as it is. I mean, I could obviously try to, like, sell fully out for more subs and, you know, show some shoulder and yell in the camera whenever someone subs, or start dancing and drawing you on a whiteboard or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like my friend is a truck food owner. Is it truck food owner or food truck owner? Which way is it around? So, food truck owner. All the time say I'm off because of construction syndicate, like I'm having a holiday and random days off, and he was like, I don't have that. Yeah, but that's being business owner. Yes, exactly. So it doesn't, like, public holidays, Christian holidays, whatever, all these things don't matter. Like, you get a day off because it's German Unification Day. Congratulations. You get a day off because you're ill. Amazing. You took 2 weeks paid off work in Germany, in Europe, not in America. Because, you know, that's fantastic. Congratulations. And this is like, you're a food truck owner. Well, you food truck, you know, it doesn't matter when. And you know what? When public holiday is, you food truck harder. You food truck harder. You don't food truck less. Just get an OnlyFans and you get the bills paid easy. I would really like to like, so a lot of people don't like OnlyFans, right? And I don't have an OnlyFans myself, but everyone seems to believe it makes themselves like they would also earn easy money because they're making like fun about females that are doing it, right? I'm kind of like, you know, just give it a try. Let's see how much money you would earn. You know, just do it. Let's see what would happen. No? Have you tried it? I mean, each to their own. Everyone is obviously like, everyone can earn their money as they wish to earn their money. I don't judge anyone there. Would I personally do it? No. But I'm ugly, so that's that. Would I run one if I was single? Maybe. Who knows? Because why not? Might be the worst thing for your mental ever when you notice that no one's actually interested. You know, the point where you're like, I'm actually pretty hot. And then it's like, oh yeah, fuck, you know what? I'm actually not pretty hot. And no one wants to watch my OnlyFans. And it's actually horrible. And no one cares. Or nothing but leather straps. I think there's one gay streamer who's actually doing that, isn't there? I don't know if he's actually gay. I always thought he is. He's having like very skimpy outfits, and he's a very cool person. Like, actually watch his streams quite some. Because he's just nice, you know, he has a good community. Yeah. Isn't there a D4 streamer who wears nothing but leather? Could never do it? Well, I mean, would be interesting experiment, right? See, when I see so much hatred for people that have OnlyFans on the internet, right? Whereas, you know, like the people would never even single-handedly dare to open an OnlyFans. This is like the fun conundrum to me, right? You have so much, people have so much hate in them for people that do win, but we all know they would never even remotely dare to do it themselves for whatever reasons, you know, their Christianity being in danger or whatever, or them actually having no balls to pull it off. Okay, there's supposed to be a chest here, and it's not here. It's supposed to be right here, right now. I saw a clip of Amaranth's D4 stream. Oh, I do not understand the appeal of that. Like, if I want to talk to a lady, I'll talk to my wife. And if I want to see a lady do something, I'll definitely not watch an Amaranth stream. So I do not understand the appeal there as well. But then again, you just catch that chest. Yeah, I might be bugged. Like, I might not get that chest, simple as it is. I might be just in a bad seat right now and not get it. Simple. So yeah, I do not understand the appeal of not of all female streamers, because there's obviously like good female streamers. Good. Huh? But yeah, I do not understand that appeal as well. Simple. For watching a thirst trap, let's say a thirst trap for thirst trapping. But then again, like, you know, every person is different. Like, some people just want to stare at boobies all day that talk. Guess it is what it is, right? Nope. Unlucky. Like, sometimes you're just in a bad seed and nothing will change it. Like, you can teleport back in, teleport back out, and like you can do it as many times as you want, and it will essentially never spawn. That's unlucky, but it is what it is. Well, let me just open that random chest there.
I'm not ready yet.
You think where's your sub? I don't know. You're looking naked. Good. My bags are full. I guess, what time is it? We had that. Oh, we had to do the blood-soaked crack dungeon quickly. We have to clear our inventory. And what is it? It's 1:21 already. I think we can't do durials today, Chad. I think we have to move durials. Tathika, thank you for over 3 years of subscriptions. Very much appreciated, Tathika. Happy to have you with us. One. Ooh. Bunch of useless items. This is why I don't pick anything up, because it's anyways all shit. I'm jaded, Chad. It's anyways all shit. I mean, the chance to really get an actual good item for what you're doing is so slim to non-existent, right? We're doing Duriel. We were planning on doing Duriel, but we already have it quite late and might not be able to get that sadly done today with you, Chan. Might have to move it to Sunday. I recently found out about that missed Aliens Dark Descent game, and it feels so good. Maybe you want to give it a shot. Single player, though. Aliens Dark Descent is fun, Bugek, but it's just sadly nothing special. Is that? Okay, let's murder Jimmy, Timmy, Jimothy, Jebediah, and Jones. I also need to talk to my wife quickly regarding evening plans, because I need to figure out who's picking up the children from kindergarten. If her sister is coming today or not. You want to use mules? Hey, I need everything, sir. I need a mule. I need more inventory space. I mean, right now I have my complete box of shame full with everything, but I also have it full of everything because I just like to play different builds. I mean, honestly, if you're actually not prone to experimenting, I think we have more than enough stash space for people that don't want to experiment, right? But that's the thing. As soon as you want to experiment with more than one build or 2, 3 builds, then you're getting to that point where the stash space is absolutely not enough. And not even remotely enough in any singular way. He's so quite annoying. Oh, I should have really not blood waved there, because now I'm going to free these guys. And I'm going to stuck with these 2 dudes. They're very annoying to beat. They're probably one of the strongest nuisances in any, yeah, they're going to die both. They're some of the strongest nuisance in any nightmare dungeon for me. Because of like the combination of suppressor and everything they do. You're leveling your first Necro. Any suggestion? Blood Surge. Blood Surge for leveling, and you're going to take Iron Maiden for essence production. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to run around, Blood Surge, Iron Maiden, Blood Surge, Iron Maiden, Blood Surge, Iron Maiden, pop, pop, pip, pop, 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 pip. And you're just going through every dungeon with a break. Yeah, you get 2 builds, but you actually keep things like minion life and so on. Yes, and that's exactly what you do, right? Like by keeping things on standby, it's just so hard to get stuff for multiple builds. Come on, Timmy. Timmy the Gate. Whoa. Look at me. I am the captain now. Oh, that was almost enough animus to already summon. Oh, wait, there's more animus. I feel like there's sometimes a bug where there's one boss that has animus on it, right? But when you kill like all these guys at the same time, that for some reason all of them get perceived as these animus bosses. It's really weird, but I've noticed that now multiple times, and then you suddenly get like everything, right? See, like there's a buddy with that, and now we have more than we actually need. I don't know what's causing this, but I've noticed that many times. I can't be the only one. Blutvolga? What's Blutvolga? Ah, Blood Surge. Blood Surge with minions does work in the end game, but it's also extremely item heavy. Like, it's probably one of the most item heavy builds in existence, which makes it very annoying to play. Because if something gets extremely item heavy and you're missing like 1, 2 things, then good riddance when you want to play it. I tried, and I essentially had to stop playing Blood Surge because I simply was lacking some equipment pieces to literally make it like it worked, but it wasn't feeling good. That's the difference, because you don't only want it to work, it's also supposed to feel good, right?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, yeah, stagger him, do it. Ah ha 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 ha. You are getting so hurt, daddy. And I'm in next blood wave. I'll wait for live chat. Okay, can I get my skeleton glyph almost maxed out? Perfect. I mean, not yet, but we're very close. That's going to be very important. Full minion build can clear tier 100 and Uber Lilith. We will make a new exciting minion build on Sunday that should be able to do everything. We have a pure minion build that can already clear it, tier 100s, but it's clunky. So I can clear tier 100s with it, but it's kind of like it works, but it's very clunky. You know, it's not like, wow, minion's so good. No, more like, yikes. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to ask the wife something. Okay, good news, Chad. Good news. The sister's picking up the children, so I don't have to run away from you yet. It's a good thing. Which puts me in the position of 31. Okay, who wants to kill currently Grigor the Galvanic Saint? Because I need to, we can get you in. We can sponsor some Grigor tries if someone needs Grigor. I got a couple, so you give me your BattleNet IDs and we'll invite you. And you get in here. Then we'll kill some Grigoires for you. Or to be more precise, you kill the Grigoire while I watch. Aren't you in my list already, Ginger? Can you not just join up? Here. We're full. That was quick. That was quick, chat. What are we? Chat, the Tempest Storm army has arrived. I like to see it. Sorry, Remedius, so we're full. We can only take 5 people. Okay, look at this chat. This is Tempest Storm, Tempest Storm, Tempest Storm. I'm the only outlier currently. I mean, it helps that all my builds are essentially Litless walling. Litless lands. I am sorry, Zanguin. I did not mean to offend you. Okay. Totally not doing something on this side too. Project. Post stream. Okay. Yep. Okay, that's good. Living Steel. You got Living Steel too? Look at us. We can summon. I got 19. 19. Do you have the build you're using on Mobilytics? No, sorry, Gustin. We don't have this build on Mobilytics yet because we essentially just made it this morning in perfection. I will have the video about this out on Sunday probably. Because tomorrow might be a different kind of video. I'm just not sure what yet. I still want to do like an uber unique tier list kind of thing. I don't want to just do like a build video every single day, even though I can make a build video every single day. So it might take like 1-2 days, but like on YouTube, we have currently a live stream running and that will be posted as a VOD as well. And that YouTube live stream, essentially we ran down the build in the very beginning. So you can actually go back there and check that. And there we kind of like walk through how the build is supposed to work and everything. If you're intrigued for that. Okay. Easy squeezy lemon easy. Okay, I need to reset the dungeon. Did I reset the dungeon already? Huh, I knew something was not working as it was supposed to do. Okay. Sorry. Why is there so many interesting indie games coming out? Suddenly, CD2 Trapmaster just hit my radar. Roguelike deck building and tower defense. Okay, you got my interest, Overflow. By the way, chat, and you might not know this, but Lord Overflow, one of our long-term viewers, he's my game guru for indie games. He tells me cool indie games, and then we're going. Looking to grab Littlest today. I wish you the best, Paul. Littlest is so amazing. I'm just coding and fixing bugs in my working place. Listening to your stream and watching sometimes keeps doing what you're doing. Thank you, Zahid. Also, I hope you're having fun. Not with fixing the bugs, like with the programs running very well and everything just going flawlessly down the line, because we like, you know, you're amazing. You're killing it. Yeah, you can do it. Come on, Bloodlands. Look at chunks of his life suddenly going away. That's the Bloodlancers. Where's the 8 million at? Come on, where's the 8 million at? Do him dirty. Don't let me do the work. I'm just here to watch from the sidelines. See, this is how I enjoy doing the bosses, though. You know, when you're doing it with a bunch of necros and no one, like, everyone does like reasonable millions of damage, right? But no one is like there doing like the 800 billion, 400 billion, and you can actually have fun killing a boss. I don't know how you're feeling, but I do actually like fighting these bosses. You know, unless you have a lightning ball sword with you. There's Chinese indie game week going on Steam, it seems. So we're going to see a lot of games that are released in the European room, just in the Chinese room now. Is that what you're saying? Can't lock into D4, but I mean, D4 has been having some issues to get locked into. I'm just saying. Okay, so we got... But topic of indie games, Lord Overflow. Have you seen Risk of Rain Returns? In case you don't know the Risk of Rain franchise, guys, there is a remake of Risk of Rain 1 coming, which is one of the most amazing 2D side-scroller fancinesses to have. Tons of Chinese games translated to English market. That's actually cool to see, you know, because there's tons of amazing Chinese games, but as you say, often like just not localized. All right, let's go. Damage. Wow, we just melted him. What happened? Why we're doing so much more damage? Okay, that was my 3 Griggs, but I think someone said he has 12 steel too, so he can do 2 more Griggs, and then we can go kill some Duriels, I guess. If you want to summon your Griggs right now. Have you tried New World yet? I haven't played New World in a while, and I'm not planning any New World in a while. And I love New World, don't get me wrong. Unconditional, one of my favorite games in the world, to be honest. But, the reality is that, sadly, it doesn't really work well. You got 13 living steel. Well, then let's go. Let's do 2 more if you want to. And then we can do like 2 Duriels. Black Myth of Wukong. Oh, Black Myth of Wukong is going to be absolutely earth-shattering. A game is going to be like, what the fuck? And if it even like remotely holds true to what it's been displaying, and there was actually Black Myth of Wukong was actually at Gamescom. You know? Yeah. I was surprised like SU. Like suddenly you turn around. Oh, Black Myth of Wukong. Well, what are you doing here? Brother, how do you get here? Well, you know what would have been produced by someone else than Amazon? I don't think that's the problem, Lord Overflow. I think Amazon is doing an incredible good job at this point. They just needed more time. It's just sad when you see like they just needed more time. You know, if they got that bonus plus 1 year in and then released New World, there would have still been many upsets, obviously, because sometimes you just need to test a game idea also in front of a ground audience. But yeah. T-bolts or flicker step just random drops? No, they drop from Duriel. Type in ! unique farm and it actually shows you where what is dropping. Oh, you didn't even drop anything. Wow. I need a focus, a ring, a focus, a helm, and pens. We're currently group full. I mean, I'm not going to kill anyone. Like everyone here contributed now to like getting these shards of agony. So we're not going to kill any, we're not going to kick anyone. So if I invite a group of people to do the bosses with me, then I'll usually just run the bosses down with them, because like it's kind of like we start at Greg, and then we go over to Duriel, and then like the people actually like they deserve it, you know, because they put in the work. Okay. Perfection. Summon one more, and then we do 2 more Duriels, I think, and then we should be Gucci. And maybe I'm dropping Grandfather, chat. Maybe I'm dropping Shaco. Huh? So, Sacrilegious Soul, the Storm build video. The build guide does not match the video glyphs and Paragon Flicker set, which is more up to date with the video. Andrew. When if you listen closely to the video, you would actually know why some things don't match, and that was because there was some thoughts on what could be better, what could not be better. And there's some theory crafts happening, so you need to essentially, like, you know, if you listen to the video and then you check the mobalytics and you kind of like you notice something is different, then it was also said in the video why it's different. And mostly I noticed people asking these questions when they actually didn't watch the video completely, you know. And they watched like 2 minutes of the video and then went into the mobile link, and then they're like, I don't understand something. You know? Something doesn't add up. And you're like, yeah, it's because you didn't watch the whole video. Like, obviously something doesn't add up. You're missing important piece of knowledge. What do you run in T-Balls and Flicker Step place while leveling for the Blood Surge build? Disobedience on the pants and nothing on the boots. You can play the corpse explosion aspect in the boots if you want, but like it's like while I was leveling with Blood Surge, for example, I was only using the Blood Surge double cast aspect, and that's it. That happens a lot. No, it's really when I make builds. I know that a lot of people do not watch the whole build. I know that putting a mobalytics link in the description below makes a lot of people just straight away click on the mobalytics link in the description below, and essentially like they don't even check the explanation. They're just like, yep, yeah, okay, I'm like that's fine with me. You know, I'll just look the mobalytics thing, and then they notice like something doesn't add up here. I'm like, this is confusing. Like, I could watch the video, but I won't. Aha. It's a trend I've been noticing. I mean, it's what it is, kind of, but something to keep an eye on. Okay, now let's run for that. So, Billy and howdy. Greetings, everyone, on this beautiful day, Friday. We actually have a longer stream happening, so we're not dropping early. Anki, that's fine. We should have enough shards to summon like 2 Doriels, I guess, hopefully. We'll see about that. The party makes up for Duriel? No, these people, like, they help me get Duriel, so we'll also have them do Duriel, you know? I mean, if I jump directly into Duriel tries, then we usually take, like, you know, another team. Why can you do 4? What the fuck? What the fuck? When I have time, I can summon my Duriel, and then we can see how many Duriels we can do from you. Because there's today also a secondary game planned. Yes, chat. There's not only one game coming. Also, by the way, chat, thank you for clicking on our YouTube video today. We worked very hard on the thumbnail. Very hard on the thumbnail. And I think it paid off. Like, we took like 1.5 hours roughly to get that one done. It was a back and forth, and I wasn't sure like how it will look in the end. But turns out that we came up with this one. And people are clicking it. People are loving it. Zyptsu, good to see you there. Makes me very happy. Okay, so let's go Duriel. Ladies and gentlemen, the picture's amazing. Honestly, we took like, it was much back and forth, but we finally get like the right prompts for some good pictures in, and turn out good. Where the heck am I purple? Well, I'm not colorblind, but I like a purple outline around my character. I think it looks cool. Also makes people ask why the heck am I purple? And I'm like, look at me now. I am the purple baron. More damage. Where's the DPS? Where's the DPS? Blood Surge build. Bloodlands. I mean, where's the DPS from the Bloodlands build? Where's my millions of damage? It was an effective item. No, it's an accessibility feature for people that want to look funny. And there you just put purple around yourself and you look good. All Necros, no DPS. All Necros is reasonable DPS. I want to see a bunch of barbarians which are not going like for the full like one shot 400 billion. How fast they're doing it. I mean, all Necro means just realistic damage. That being said, I think like if you actually take 4 Bloodlands Necros that are all made with the Bloodlands deletion build, so 4 Bloodlands Necro that are made for the boss deleter build that I made, I think that should be reasonably fast. Because there's a very, very good blood Necro build for bossing, essentially. We gotta play the right build, right? I'm more surprised that we didn't stagger Duriel, because we're essentially like a bunch of Necros that each of us has corpse tendrils, and we're like permanently doing corpse tendrils. I'm more like surprised we didn't actually stagger him. Chest armor? There's no uber unique chest armor, huh? Still not a 20%. I am desperately looking for a 20% roll, Chad. Have you ever seen one? Anyone, Chad? Ever seen a 20% roll? You got to see this, Kazi? Well, we're trying our best, Kazi. I mean, I just wanted to make Bloodless Scream work, and I'm very unhappy if I couldn't make Bloodless Scream work, so here we go. Also, I really wanted to use Bloodwave as a Shadow Bloodwave because no one ever uses Shadow Bloodwave, right? 20% roll on Soulbrand. Soulbrand is an item, and that can roll with 20% barrier. And I've gotten so many, but I've never gotten it. Never 20. Yeah, Shadow Bloodwave is love. Shadow Bloodwave is life. But sadly, no one ever gives Shadow Bloodwave an honest try. You know? That's the main reason for me to make this build. Where's the pink color coming from? Under gameplay, you can do player highlight. Options, gameplay, player highlight. Frostburn is sadly useless. Well, not actually useless. The problem is rather that you don't have the space. Nope. Why does free tendril cast eat up a corpse? Well, ask Blizzard why they made a doo-doo again. It's not their first, it's not their last. It is not their first, it is not their last. Many more doo-doos to come. Could you please not move, Duriel? Because I just pooped a wave of poop on you, and I would like to really have you stand still there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, against Duriel, you could almost use Ixfeld's Corroded Signet, but then I also don't think so because I'm probably too lazy again on the corpse cast. Like I don't even ever want to touch like my corpse explosion button, right? I want the corpse thing is just to happen automatically and me to just exist essentially. Since you started Desecrated Infinimus, you enjoy the game. I think Necro is just from a general gameplay enjoyment, fun standpoint, one of the best classes, and I won't be told different. There's just so much variety to Necro. There's so much like gameplay you can go for, and the whole aesthetic of Necro is just great. I mean, and you have Bone Spear. If you really just want to go for like Bone Spear, you have Bone Spear as well. So that's where I just think Necro's the best class in the game, right? What can I say? Necro's just the best. I don't want to be that guy, but I am that guy. Come on, stagger him. Stagger. Damage. Finally. It's actually crazy how much of my damage is relying on a stagger. Well, it's actually not relying on a stagger, but how much more we're doing if there's a stagger. Because of how Blood Scream work, right? Change the color of your mouse pointer. No, I'm happy with the white one. It's the super ultra high contrast version right now. That makes me very happy. Oh, a ring. It's the Ring of Starless Skies, ladies and gentlemen. Am I finally getting the Ring of Starless Skies? Is it it? It's not. It is not. I do still need a max roll on that one, though. It's like someone said he has one more. I think, yeah, we can do one more. We can do one more. Sorry. You do need 6 uniques, but Washington gives 2 of them and Gregor 1. Sorry, what? What did I miss? I really love how having an AFK mini Necro as a minion on couch co-op PS5. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, right now, if you have a current minion build with a sacrilegious soul ring, you can more or less just walk into Hell Tides and go AFK. That's also why I want to create the Necro build to make like the AFK farming Necro. Because it's literally going to be like you can watch your anime on one screen, right? You can do your taxes on the other screen, and then you just have your Necro stand AFK on an event in a Helltide, and that's about it. But because you can with minions and the sacrilegious ring, you can literally like, yeah, just AFK farm. That's it. Done. Season 1 beta AFK Necro is the best. I mean, the season like the season 1 Necro even had what it was called again. Come on, brain, say it. Say it. Oh, automatic decrepify. Don't forget. Right. I've got 2 Ubers and both drop when 2 uniques drops. Oh, I know. Like, so when 2 uniques drop, you're most likely to have an Uber. But I've also gotten 2 unique drops without an Uber. So there's no guarantee that it is an Uber. Because on my, like, first Duriel try, I actually got Flicker Step plus T-Bolt's Will together straight away. And it was like, well, fuck yeah, this is so good. So it's not always. And not, like, you know, there. Just the robbery. I mean, the best part was when I dropped my first Uber, guys, I got a helmet and I got an amulet. So it's like, that's Shaco, right? That's Shaco. Unless the amulet would be the Melted Heart of Selig. Well, guess what the amulet was? Guess what the amulet was? Yeah, you've gotten W uniques 8 to 9 times. Exactly. Like, W uniques can be an Uber. It's definitely an indicator. So when you see W uniques, you can be like, oh, Uber. But there's like no guarantee. Stagger. Stagger. Do him dirty. Banished Lord's Talisman. It wouldn't it be great if it was a Banished Lord's Talisman? It was the Melted Heart of Selig. I mean, I already have the Banished Lord's Talisman, though. It's not like we need it. Good night, Mr. Duriel. Pleasure. You got Ring of Starless Skies yesterday. Oh, I want it. I want it. Yeah, so Ring of Starless Skies is really... Oh, that's it, chat. That's it. That's it. That's the ring. That's not an X-Files again. I just got an X-Files. So you know that like none two ever drop behind each other, right? Right? Right. Pain. Okay. Good. Then I'd say that was it for Diablo today. Thank you for these tries here. We're actually not done with the stream, guys. We're just done with the Diablo portion of the stream. So thank you for everyone watching. We're going to go now and we're going to play a brand new game, or a brand new old game, which I'm really excited for. And we're actually sponsored by our friends from Gearbox Publishing for that. So thank you, YouTube, for watching. We'll be kicking YouTube out here. And we'll be continuing on Twitch with this. That is to YouTube.